recording in progress.
Oh, are you joining me?
Me when I'm recording in progress. Is that okay?
Might grab a chair.
Yeah.
Recording in progress.
You wanna see where I am?
Sure. That's seems kind of creepy. Where is
Yeah.
that?
I'm just in my liminal space in my brain. I made this up.
Nice. It's much less scary than my liminal space.
Yeah, I've been in there once.
That's terrifying.
Ooh.
Get out.
My final assignment is to make a business plan. So I have a 25-page document that outlines the business plan for Greenlight Productions
Wow.
that I'm gonna propose later. I think it's gonna be insightful. Namely, it says August 2027 to 2028, regional growth optimization and national outreach as its main goals.
It's going to be really funny when you present that for your class and your professor's like, that would never work.
So Carson says he's having trouble with the link.
Yeah, sure.
And then we have presentations / demonstrations / lectures about film lingo, set hierarchy, and roll call. That all of that needs to be done within 25 minutes.
I'm gonna talk about the GoFundMe, but Tracy and I are still working on that, so we haven't
On the details.
right now. So yeah, I won't have a QR code or anything. It's not ready yet, but I'm still gonna talk about it.
Put it on
This
the
meeting
mind.
was sponsored by Chewy. Am I gonna do my A/B test beforehand? So
Let's just do the class as planned, and then once we split for the productions to meet, you and I can go down to Studio D because we don't have any leadership roles on these productions. Lily can stay with technically together. Carson can stay with post-production. Lucas can stay as a floater since he's the head of project development, and then you and I can go figure out the A/B situation right at 12:30. The other clowns getting their presentations done, but I'll just get down there as quickly as I can. Sorry, not clowns.
that's fine.
Greenlight leadership.
Question, I think, JJ, are you gonna make an announcement to class being like, guys, after presentations, please stay. We're not done with class yet. We're gonna do things. I mean, do it kindly, obviously, so it doesn't sound, demeaning and like, haha, we can keep you. But
No, I was thinking I was going to tell them that they're going to stay whether they like it or not, and that if they have a problem with it, they can screw off or they can drop the class.
I think that'll go over so well. Yeah.
Just so that there's somewhat of a base to work with. Oh, great. Hold on. I'm in a classroom. The light just went off. Okay, there you go. It's on the chat. It's like a workflow guide for post-production from top to bottom.
Sorry, Sadie. Okay. Yes, sorry, my fan got back.
Yeah, I was gonna say if anyone does do that, then they'd be credited as a assistant editor. Okay, cool. And I know I keep bringing things up, but just as a reminder from like 2 weeks ago, if you guys can all have a look at the post-production, like the post-production and the premiere timeline on the template. That would be nice because we all have very different expertise, and I think the timeline template we can all give like good insight as well.
We got to have that class time tomorrow. We absolutely need it. So just go over, give the meeting notes a once over, and you should be good. I'll be keeping time tomorrow for the first 25 minutes of class. Then I'm going to go down with Osman to help him out with getting the company 3 things set up. So I think we are good to go. Tomorrow, a new era begins. Get ready. Let's go, team. Carson, stop crying. It's going to be fine.
You're doing so well.
You are.
Thank you.
From what I could gather, I wasn't on set the whole time, but I'm very, very optimistic about the way things are headed. A couple of things, we're going to open it up to a group discussion about the whole weekend. Before we do that, I have a couple notes just from the Greenlight board about some things that we noticed this weekend that we really need to make sure that we are cracking down on because we're responsible for them. First thing is equipment safety. We need you guys to keep an eye on all the equipment. There were several times when either Carson or I would be walking around and we would find equipment that was just standing there. There was a monitor that was left unattended. There were C-stands that were up without sandbags on them. Just things that if you're once you're using equipment, be near it, and if you're done using equipment, move it to where you will be near it, pack it up. You can't just leave that stuff up because it's all very expensive. You need to take good care of it. I know that when you're moving really fast, it can be easy to just be like, oh shoot, I need to get over here, and then you just leave. Please just be very mindful of all of that. Another thing that I want everybody to keep in mind is that I know that there are times that you don't really have anything to do, that your job may not be immediately necessary to the production. In those times, please be looking for other things to do. Don't be standing around. Please don't be on your phones. These are the kinds of things that will get you in trouble in the real world. If it is different if somebody who is like a supervisor of yours or a department head of yours tells you, you're good, go back to base camp, hang out, we'll come get you when we need you, that's a different situation. If somebody who is ranked above you tells you that you're good to go, you're good to go. But otherwise, you need to be on set, in the thick of it, looking for ways that you can help.
I think the biggest issue with that and staging is that our locations changed like right before shooting. There were a couple days where we would have a location switch the day before, so we didn't have a whole lot of time to do pre-production on that. Obviously, I'm pretty sure we have all of next weekend nailed down for sure, so it won't be an issue next weekend, but that is something that if I had to say we should have done before is making sure that we have locations completely cemented for sure, no changes, so that everyone's in the loop. Insane MVP.
Just Krista.
Insane MVP.
Really good. That was something that I liked because I saw a couple of cords like actually taped down, which is always a big thing for me. I saw the cords underneath one leg of the light most of the times. That's also something that's really important for me to notice. And then I think there was only like one time where there was like a cord left a little bit up, but it was fixed very quickly. So that's something that I'd like to compliment everybody on.
I hate to compliment individual people again, but I had the best ACs ever. They were anticipating needs constantly. Every time I needed a hot battery, they had a hot battery. It was amazing.
Duncan's not here, but he was like the perfect example of proactivity.
Good job, Duncan. You'll see it in the vlog.
Anticipating needs is very good. Be thinking about that. How can I anticipate? Have that battery ready. Have the gaff tape ready. Have your expo marker ready.
There were moments where I was like literally blown away by the like on the fly creativity that we had to employ. Like obviously, of course, she needs no introduction, Haley, with the roller skates. But also like the impromptu barn doors, I think it was Keaton who put those on the light. Was that you? Yeah, just things like that made me very confident in our ingenuity, I guess, as a crew.
You brought the hot hands, didn't you? You saved my life. We put those in our shoes and into our gloves, and I was happy the entire night.
Thank
I
goodness.
had a great time.
I'm so glad. I was worried no one was gonna use them.
Oh, people used them. People used them.
I was so happy that there wasn't a single person who I was under the impression like didn't want to be there or like wanted to slack off. Like every single person had like a really good attitude. I could tell they wanted to be there and work on this, and it made me so happy. Even when I had to like delegate tasks, like I know that I've got a couple notes to not say sorry so much because I hate telling people what to do, but like because of the good attitude and the willingness of the crew to do it, it made it a lot easier for me to just be like, okay, I need this done right now.
A net success this weekend, by and large. There are always things that can be improved, and we talked about those at the beginning. But I think what has been the most common thing here is people have been appreciating people who have been pursuing excellence.
That's good.
Because when you're anticipating needs, when you're on your feet, when you're ready, you make everybody else's job easier.
Honestly.
Yeah,
because you
so
can't-
like everything is dependent on the images being the same now. So if you make an edit, then you'll have to send it out again. And what you do is, if assuming that you're moving to another software, you will go through what's called the conform period. So this is like very much just all technical things. Gamma basically colors, light. So you can, this is one element, this is another element. And this itself is also like basically color space. So if you're
Footage.
Really?
Yeah. So you can be like,
okay,
that's pretty cool.
yeah, I need to.
So
the
That's what I do with my
Do you want to know the